It's Graham Healy from the Healy Report, and just wishing everyone a happy Easter. And just remember what Easter's all about, death and resurrection of Jesus Christ. And I just want to parallel that to what's happening to Australia at the moment with the current election coming up, very important one. So, always before Easter, this is like Easter Friday, leading up to that, there's a whole lot of, those who are spiritual, that is, there's a whole lot of activity, what I call demonic activity. And there's been a whole lot of kerfuffling going on in Australia, and especially politically, a whole lot of disillusion going on. And all I'm saying to you is after Sunday, which is Resurrection Sunday, things will start to turn around, including the stock market, including everything that Donald Trump's doing. And I just want to add this in, that the number one person or politician that myself, Dr. Bay and others are backing is Gerard Rennick. And the reason why we look, a few of the other independent ones are okay, but when it comes down to the financial transformation of Australia, there's only one politician that's got a blueprint, a solid blueprint, and that is Gerard Rennick, who has a very, very good track record in finances especially, and also regarding standing up for the people, hence first the People First Party. Now, I've got several of his videos on my Facebook site, but just go on to People First and read through the policies, especially how he talks about establishing a rural bank, establishing infrastructure, rebuilding in Australia, because that's what we really need done. Dutton and Albo have no answers. I mean, Albo's talking about negative gearing. I mean, God's sake, that was shifting finances into a cash flow negative situation where you get a tax deduction. It's just insane. It's like broken record stuff, which is not going to work. Or 25 cents off per litre of fuel or something, a couple of bucks in your pocket. That doesn't change the basic infrastructure that we need to turn the finances of the country around. Now, this election, number one, vote Gerard Rennick for the Senate. We need to get him in there. Look, we need to get a few people in the Senate, but primarily this time round, Gerard Rennick. And then number two, the only medical doctor who is now re-registered as a medical doctor, the only medical doctor who has actually beaten APRA in the courts is Dr. William Bay. So my suggestion for all the freedom people out there is you vote number two, Dr. Bay. So number one, Gerard Rennick. Number two, Dr. Bay. And then put whatever you like in the other four positions, because above the line is 6. You vote for 6. I noticed some of the other claiming to be freedom parties are actually putting Liberal and Labor in that 6th thing. Oh, they're putting them at the last, but they're still putting them on the ticket. That's a very bad sign. So you don't want to mention Liberals, Labors or Greens on the ticket at all. In fact, above the line, voting for 6, you don't have to put them there at all. So if someone from a so-called Freedom Party is actually putting Liberal, Labor or Greens, they might be putting them last, but they're still putting them above the line. You don't have to do that. There are other alternatives, such as the Freedom parties, that you completely don't even mention Liberal, Labor and Greens, because you don't really want them anywhere near government. You want independent free thinkers. And when I say free thinkers, I mean independent critical thinkers that aren't tied up to some sort of organisation that tells them what to do. Now, unfortunately, even some of the freedom, so-called freedom politicians are tied up in their own party politics. And, myself as being a former lead Senate candidate for Queensland 2019 for Rise Up Australia. I'm sort of privy to a lot of background information, and I know who's behind the scenes. So I'll just finish it with this. Resurrection Sunday forward, you've got 6 months. 6 months to about October and November. Now, I've been saying this a few times, but you need to drive the point home. On the 3rd of May, now you can go and vote earlier actually, but the 3rd of May, vote number 1, Gerard Rennick, who I've dubbed as the Marvin Hagler fighter, like Marvin Hagler just fought his way through the middleweight rounds, beat everyone, was like a machine, very much like Gerard. He's just punching his way through. His nickname is the General, and he's got an answer. He's actually got solutions to problems. All the other politicians, some of them give you a solution, but they're not going to get across the line, or they may get across the line. We want someone who's got solutions to problems who will get across the line. Once we get Gerard Rennick in, and at the same time, I would put 2, Dr. William Bay. Now, why I say that, apart from Dr. Bay being a mate of mine, but he's the only one who was beaten APRA. Now, in the Supreme Court on the 13th of December 2024, he actually beat APRA. Now, to understand that, the magnitude of that, him fighting against 10 lawyers on his own, no one else has done it, all right? So you put your money on someone, you bet on someone, if it's like betting in a way, you bet on someone who's got the points on the board, not the BS artists who talk about it just before an election, and you think, well, okay, what have they done over the last 5 years? And it's usually nothing. So that's my Easter message. And remember, have faith. And faith means believing in God. Ultimately, the Lord's got the plan, but he invests his sovereignty, I suppose you could say, into people with integrity. So you look at the candidates and you think, okay, who's got absolute 100% integrity? And you've got to say Gerard Rennick for certain. Then the next one that comes to mind, of course, is Dr. William Bay. And here's one other issue, is the abortion issue as well. Both Gerard Rennick is against abortion, and so is Dr. William Bay, for those in the Christian fraternity who wonder who we're going to vote for that is pro or anti-abortion. Well, both those candidates are anti-abortion, okay? Now, there are other candidates in the freedom movement that you know of. By all means, vote for them, 3, 4 and 5. But I just want to plant this seed into your mind. Number 1, I'll repeat it again. The only person who has an actual blueprint for the financial recovery of Australia is Gerard Rennick. Number 1. Number 2, the only person who has beaten APRA in the courts against 10 lawyers, and I was there in the Supreme Court, is Dr. William Bay. Like him or dislike him, there's a lot of people who, I don't know what it is. I mean, people dislike people because they achieve stuff. It's a bit like you look at Donald Trump. Now, I'm a Donald Trump fan, but the haters for Trump, God, it's pathetic. He's a winner. He's doing the right thing by the people. The people are behind Trump. And yet you have all this ridiculous rubbish, BS rubbish from the Democrats backing up, criminals that have been sent over to El Salvador and all this sort of stuff. They're just demonic. So at least we've seen over these last few months the true colours of not only politicians in the USA, which Australia follows the USA, but in Australia we've seen the true colours come out, and they always come out just before an election. You see the true colours come out there. So, okay, that's Graham Healy over and out. Remember, Jesus is Lord, and ultimately Australia will be turned around. We are a sovereign country. We need to be brought back to sovereignty, and the only one who's got the mandate to do that, who's got the intelligence to do it, who's got the blueprint for the financial recovery of Australia, is Senator Gerard Rennick. And the only person who can reform the medical system in Australia is the one who has already beaten APRA, and that is Dr. William Bay. So 1, Rennick; 2, Bay; 3, 4, 5 and 6, put whoever you like, but don't put any of the majors. And if a Freedom Party is putting the majors 5, 6 and 7 or something, or 5, 4, 5, 6, you want to think about that Freedom Party, because they're actually preferencing by default the majors. So, to me, that's a big no-no. Okay, Graham Healy over and out. Have a great day, and God bless you all.